Oh. Yes!
I want to go with secret ingredients. Let's depart. That's a shame. Big Sludge was really fun. Oh, we got a test subject alpha. It is a test subject alpha run. We have Malika Shifting Pyre. We're up against Dominion. Part Factory. Random Graft Unit? Yeah, I'll take Random Graft Unit. Let's see. I haven't done Eternal Flame yet this whole time. Let's see. Firelight to me makes a lot of sense with Test Subject Alpha because all I want to do is buff that unit. But I don't want that unit to die, so I'm going to try Eternal Flame instead. Eternal Flame is really versatile because we can use it as a blocker in a lot of cases until it, like, picks up in power. We should be able to take this. Alright, I'm looking for a textbook Test Subject Alpha run. Nothing to do here, really. Play the Twisted back there. This Fallen Champion's probably actually just getting through, and I'm fine with it. I'll take my money. Right, Little Fade's quick. It's interesting. Can we get a purple mix? Nope. On a purple mix, I would try to root him, because I think we kill the boss on, like, test subject. And now we kill the boss. Put burnout on him just so he would die, basically. Because he was not looking like he was going to. Do we Wicklash here? I'm gonna take Entombed Explosive. This is like a cozy card for me. I think I take Twisted Assistance that I actually have it in the deck. It is one of the better ways of making what's-his-face? Making the test subject pop off. I mostly want last cards, but I really want Merchant of Steel. Yeah, Large Stone me the test subject. Makes him a lot stockier, a lot harder to randomly die. I might need to be able to remove Corruption from him later, but there are 2 cards that let me do that. Of course, I clicked that before getting my unit, which is usually a bad idea. Ooh, if we get Dualism on the Meat Hook, I'm pretty sure, ooh, it's days 2. Let's try that. I think that's pretty cool. Let me Heartstone him, because he's a bit of a fragile boy. I don't think I want to Smidge Stone anything. Unless I was Smidge Stoning, like, a Shield Steward. A Smidge Stone Shield Steward isn't terrible, because he's, like... The size on these guys is a huge detriment. But I'm just going to remove some of these dudes instead. Remove a shield and a spear. I'm comfortable mostly playing Lazarus here. A lot of the times for Lazarus, I don't even, like, really need to play... I don't even really need to play the leader at all. Like, I don't care what my champion is, it doesn't matter. Want a little fade down here so they can die. Same thing probably with this Puffer Flash. And this Twisted Assistant. I want them all gone. Yeah, I'll take a green. Daze one of these, so I take less damage. Twist it back, get your scaling started. Let's see. Little Fade, get him out of here. Let's go. Potion Kit. Brew. Get spikes. What's your attack up to? 53. It's not enough. Oh no, wait. Apparently it's enough. Oh right, because Trample Sweep is silly. Little Fade. We do want Little Fade to die every single round. Let's see. Mix, reanimate. Primitive Mold can technically do something. It's very technically. This is not even good. I don't know why I bothered to do that. I mean, if we're doing this much damage trampling through, I think we're fine overall. Yes, I bring this out. His Avarice does not matter. Malachus Pyre is weird. Little Fade comes in. Spiky Skin. I think that lets him kill something. Give you a potion kit for 1 round, so you can make me more reanimates, I guess. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Sure. It's like a little more damage on the boss. Oh, I replaced his meat hook. That's no good. I'm not supposed to do that. Because right there I wanted to daze the boss. I'm like, let's daze the boss. Oops. Screwed up. Yeah, unfortunately, what's it? The graft units really mess up molds. More spikes. I know that the game plan here is I just throw an infusion on the test subject alpha and he wins. So the rest of this is very unimportant. Also, I have like an 80 damage Little Fade to sit behind him, so that's cute too. Okay, yeah, so the key to this Little Fade is to make sure he dies every round. Entombed Explosive with the reanimate's actually pretty good. I'll take an Explosive Reaction here, I think. We can play this on our Little Fade to help him die. I think I want Merchant of Arms. I'm less concerned about adding more units compared to finding, like, a really overpowered Lazarus room. I think... we could also find Organ Harvester. Yeah, I think the Merchant of Arms outcomes are just too busted. Yeah, we have Organ Harvester and Combustion Suit options. Let me take the Organ Harvester, and then... I think I reroll for a room here. Okay, I should have considered the amount of money I would have left over. We probably just want to go deployable Organ Harvester and then, like, watch this carry. Lazarus is sometimes really automatic like this. Bone Dog. I think we can adopt. Against this Archeon, we can probably adopt. This helps a lot on Malachus Pyre too, so Malachus Pyre is not that healthy. But the best part about this is that I can use, what's it called? I can use Little Fade to screen for the Bone Dog. We mostly want to use this Little Fade as a blocker. I'm gonna bring in this Meat Hook to start with. I think that opening up with that kind of daze is pretty cool. Looking for ingredients. I kind of need to find more units to hold these potion kits. Because I'm not really good on them right now. I can't give it to the test subject. I can't give it to Little Fade, because Little Fade will drop it immediately. I don't really want to suit up Spear Stewers with potion kits. It's not great. I want you dead before Archeon comes by to look at you. Little Fade's a great blocker here. Let's see. I want the Fallen Champion to move on. Get that set up there. Do I need the Sanguine Assistant out? I suppose I don't need it to be out. We're only taking 3 damage here, so if I play this, Little Fade might not die. I can just play it here. Even though I don't know what I'm doing with this Vampire Tooth. There's our Bone Dog, hiding away. Little Fade blocks 2 attacks if he comes in here. He does get us a... we are triggering the Siphon twice. Potion Kit keeps this guy alive. Plus I can brew more reanimates. I guess we can put Vampire Tooth on Meat Hook safely, so that's fine. Let's do that. And that technically exists. I'm gonna block a little damage. Dazed. See, if I play Fade here, Fade doesn't die. I'll play him here. Block damage. This. More reanimates. Take that, boss. You got bit by the Bone Dog. What you gonna do about it? Boss is on daze. If I kill the Flagellant with Fade, Fade won't die, and the boss will get a Siphon. So I think this is the better move. I'm playing the Calcified Ember for sure. Let's try that. I'm doing that. We'll go to Burnout 6. I don't really want the unit in the Burnout pool. Okay. Funny thought here. Do I put reanimates on Little Fade? I like it. It's a lot more attacks off. It looks like we win the fight. Yeah, there's not really anything else I want to do. I don't think we can maximize much more. Because, like, I don't think his blowing up triggers Avarice. Let's find out. It doesn't. So his, yeah, those non-combat effects do not trigger Avarice. Otherwise, you could really break Avarice with that one Ember Staff, the Cultist Staff. Although if Pyreborn could break Avarice, that would make a lot of sense to me. I kind of think that's on brand. We never want a Spell Chain Remnant Pact. Spell Chain Brain Transfer might be kind of hype with primitive molds to bring back units that we can brain transfer. Let's try that out. Because we can brain transfer, what's it called? We can actually brain transfer Little Fade, who has an enormous attack value a lot of the time. That seems pretty cool. I don't mind just picking up a random Paraffin Thug. I also don't mind picking up a random extra Meat Hook. They're kind of just good dudes to have. Yeah, we'll take a Calcified Ember with a Meat Hook, and let me get energy. Bone Dog sure was living it up. Let's see, is this Trinkets or Steel? We are still down an upgrade on our test subject. And we could get a good room here. Boiler room is okay. We could get dualism on the other meat hook. Okay, I'm kind of enamored by the double dualism meat hooks. I think that's really funny. Is it ever Strength Stone on the test subject? Strength Stone puts him up to 34. He hits 44 with the Organ Harvester in that case. 44 is close. We've got the 60 health Kale guys. I have another Merchant of Steel to try and hit Double Strike. It's really where I need to be. I either need to be Double Strike or I need to combine an equipment that gives me attack power with the Organ Harvester. I could equip the Organ... I could combine the Organ Harvester with a Potion Kit. It's not bad. It spends more energy out of our deployment, but it's pretty okay. And in that case, we've got 18 plus 14 plus 20. So 18 is 38 plus 14 is 52. It's a little short for the Kale stuff, but we can make it there with a red potion. So that is taking the Merchant of Arms here, but I'd rather take the Merchant of Steel, actually. Okay, we'll hold off. We can have a guaranteed Strength Stone on the Merchant of Steel anyway. I'm gonna keep going Eternal Flame. I think we got a really good thing going. And also, I think Brain Transfer is huge. If I can get, like, Intrinsic on Brain Transfer, well, I guess our first round on Little Fade, he's not that good. But Brain Transferring Little Fade is gonna be really powerful, I think. And then our various meat hooks. Do I put them both on this floor? I don't see why not. Yeah, it's probably Boiler Room, Calcified Ember, super easy. And he's back. Yeah, we probably want the Twisted Assistant dead there, so you go ahead with that. Blast? No. .65 attack is not 85, as it turns out, but this is still enough. Unfortunately, now we're not killing Little Fade, which is something we love to do. Let me put Twisted back on the quick one. I don't really care about dazing these guys around, right? No, we probably do, just because. But I want to keep them in their original order. We'll do this on a technicality. Well, it's certainly a unit that can die in a boiler room for me. That is nice. There we go. Oh, I don't actually want to be mixing purple. I want to mix something new, like red. A blue mix would have been great, so I could pop Little Fade with it. We made use of the avarice after all. We found a way. Yeah, actually just do this, I guess. Whatever. Blue mix? Nope. I guess you, I guess this. I don't want him in front of Little Fade. We are really stuck with Little Fade on the board, unfortunately. Oh, he doesn't die because the test subject alpha is quick, of course. Well, I normally couldn't play the Bone Dog, but we can brain transfer into Bone Dog. Oh no, brain transfer gave him the burnout. I can't do that. It won't do that when we do it off of Little Fade, because Little Fade will endless, so he doesn't get burnout. But anywho, yeah, I still make that play. So I can get the Bone Dog out. I might want to brain transfer something else so that I can mold it. Do I have a good one-tile unit? Probably this reanimating explosive. Oh, but if I brain transferred, it doesn't die because it got reanimate. Duh. Let's see. All right. Then I guess what we want to do here is just transfer something random and then mold it. So we'll do this. We can equip the Twisted Back. Mold. We get another unit down here that blocks for 1 extra turn. And there's no real use to playing this. Okay, we don't have a singular high attack unit, so this guy's really worrisome to me. Although I am going to have like 15 energy. Okay, 46 damage. Getting a bunch from Little Fade, and we also like block your attacks so you don't get to sap me. Okay, okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's good, that's good. And we got to celebrate, that's cool. Holdover Subsuming Blade. That can get really big. And this can also help me kickstart Little Fade. Let's take it. Weaponized Prosthetic is very interesting because I have a lot of different equipment that I can possibly use with that with. We can't really use it on our test subject, but I can use it like on my meat hooks pretty easily. I don't know if it's good enough, actually. I don't think it's quite good enough to take. Let me see. I kind of want to peek the event. I've got 2 fully upgraded units if I'm getting an upgraded a unit upgrade at the event. Merchant of Trinkets is obviously very strong, but I need to preserve my money for the Merchant of Steel to upgrade my Sweeper. It's kind of my outlook right now. So let's go over here. Consume removal. I don't think I have anything that I need to remove consume from. I'm gonna make this spell chain brain transfer cheaper so it's easier to play. Didn't hit the intrinsic on it. I was thinking about doing an intrinsic thing with it, but I'm not married to being able to do that. I'm gonna get... I could get some baseline power here on the Subsuming Blade. I think that's a really good idea. That allows it to kill our Little Fade like 3 times if we want. I think we're taking draw at the next upgrade because now at this point we've got an endless unit and a holdover spell. So if we don't take draw, I think we're just gonna like lose pretty badly. Well, there's the intrinsic if I wanted it on something. Let's see. I think we're fine without it. I'm going to take a Smolder Stone on one of the secret ingredients. And we'll move on. Got the Vortex. I'm gonna Vortex my remaining stewards. Really hate stewards when I'm playing Melting Remnant. Check the alcove. Historian. Books. I really like an unnamed tome for Dominion. Tome of Horrors is pretty strong with what I'm doing in a lot of ways. Like, I think it's really strong on Little Fade, for instance. But I really like unnamed tome. Why am I worried about Dominion when I can block him with Little Fade? Get the Lazarus Tome. Let's go. 3 energy per turn for this money. I really want the money. This is Kuoto. I think our reanimate nonsense is really good at beating him up. I'm gonna keep doing the double meat hooks floor. I think it's really funny. Yep, he's getting killed as he should. Show me red? No? He's already dying, so I don't necessarily need blue right now, but I'm gonna take blue to hold it. Okay, so here, I think we just daze you. Throw down a Sanguine Assistant. We're doing pretty well. I'm gonna bring out Little Fade again. I'm gonna keep mixing. Let's see, I need to do 12. That certainly solves that problem. Bring you in. I think we're doing okay. Boiler room. This dog is going to start cooking. Let's see. So I need to know how I'm killing the Blightbound Guardian. Probably assume I'm going to top deck something cool, and that might be a fair assumption. I'm going to keep this brew open. I maybe should have dazed the other Blightbound Guardian so it would be dazed on its way up. I can just bring in Little Fade, quick kill it, and then he'll unstable. Then, let's see, we bring in Vampire's Tooth, the Potion Kit here. I think we bring in the Entombed Explosive here. Doing pretty well. Right. Let's find some ways to make our bottom floor deadlier and healthier. Want to just go with Rage, or do I need a Damage Shield? The Damage Shield gets broken on like 1 damage, so we're going to go Rage 12. And just throw it right out there. Little Fade is back. And now's when we get real hilarious with it. Little Fade comes out, and we Brain Transfer. Now we have a 200 attack test subject alpha. Perfectly balanced. Mold. You can have that. You can have this. We don't Brain Transfer because we don't want to move the burnout over. So we just let these units die. Start brewing. Let's go green brew. We did replace his meat hook because I wasn't thinking about that again. We're dealing we're dealing like 1128 here. Pretty dope. Tome of Horrors, 1163. Mix. Show me reanimate 1. We got him. Beautiful. Oh, because on the reanimates, he also gets his extinguish. Oh, that's even better. I was not thinking about that. 245. Subsuming Blade for 15. Let's see. I'm gonna daze you. Then Subsuming Blade. Which allows Quoto to live so that we can Consuming Blade him when he moves up here. And just because I need to make sure Little Fade is around, we're going to Brain Transfer Little Fade into the biggest bone dog you ever did see. I'll throw this out to get it out of the way. And I might want that to be like a damage shield or something. Damage preview was wrong. I have been wronged by the damage preview a couple of times today. It's a little odd. We do not take Votivary with a damage shield. It's a problem. Risky Op is very playable on our good friend Little Fade when they get to higher health values. It's also very good with our quick units to get his attack up. We can actually, with that intrinsic Risky Op, we can actually just consider this guy to have like 40 attack. Awesome. Going Merchant of Steel. Please show me multi-strike. None of these are multi-strike. Oh! Obviously. Yep, Twisted Back gave him the attack power to get the kill. 'Tis my own carelessness. We could Wickstone, somebody like our Twisted Assistant. Makes him die on his own. Do the same to one of our Entombed Explosives. Either way, I think Wickstone is good. We just gotta figure out where we're putting it. I'm gonna put it on this guy so that he doesn't feel so worthless when he reanimates. Although our other free graft unit we can't upgrade, and they're always gonna feel worthless. There's multi-strike. Good game. Good game, everybody. Do I large stone the Bone Dog? It's probably one of the only ways for him to live through Dominion. I think when we are at the point of large stoning the Bone Dog, we're not feeling very threatened here. Entropy crystals. I don't think I really have anything that synergizes with this. I don't really have like a triple stack card. We could -4 cost the Tome of Horrors. We don't really care about pumping the Subsuming Blade. It already pumps itself. It pumps like better as we play it. We don't need to take a corruption in our deck to do something we can already kind of do. I mean, it could be triple stack on Tome of Horrors, because it's like Reanimate 3. That's kind of okay, but it's a consumable card. Like, I don't usually want to put that kind of upgrade on a consumable card. I'm just going to move on. I don't want to draw more clutter. Our deck already has enough holdover cards because Malekith's Pyre has been very weird with us. It has been strange. Okay, I'm going to do my same deployment pattern as always. I might want to space out my meat hooks, actually. Like, put one top floor, so that we can keep up dazes on the boss very consistently. Yeah. Risky Op is a freebie. And with multi-strike, we kill the Cherub. Assistant burns out. I'll go blue, so that we have a secondary method to kill Little Fade. Daze. Twisted Back on you. We could bring in Little Fade here. Oh, actually, we've got the Brain Transfer play. Yeah, now that we've brain transferred Little Fade, everything coming onto the train dies. Our dog makes potions. I don't really need to make this brew any better. We give the Vampire's Tooth to you. And you're life stealing, so that's all good. We have a Subsuming Blade kill. Take it. Boss is dazed. Boss cannot kill Little Fade. So we blast Infusion Little Fades that they die. Fishing for reanimates now. Mold up a random assistant. Little Fade, subsumed. Daze you longer. Brew. This is looking a little abusive, what I'm doing right now. I've got the boss in a daze lock. I'm quick slaying everything. I mean, this is just regular test subject alpha gameplay, isn't it? Yeah, this is like I got my test subject alpha to go off minimally harder, and I'm very pleased with myself for that, but it doesn't matter. I'm more happy with myself about the meat hooks, even though I got randomly handed them. And I think it's adorable to, like, mix potions from an entombed explosive. I guess we put this on the boss. This is the one turn I won't subsume Little Fade, right? Because I need them to... Oh, no, the boss is dazed. I don't need them to block a boss attack. These purifying cleanses do nothing. Stand there. Stay out of my deck. For a while. Reanimate 18. Totally fine here. Vengeful Shard. Little Fade. Tome of Horrors, Little Fade. Primitive Mold, because something's alive somewhere. Needs to get out of here. I don't want to subsume them because it decreases my reanimate stacks. I subsume you. It puts him back into the reanimate pile, but whatever. More spikes. Yeah. Subsume. Yeah, so after we've made one brain transfer play, the rest of this is pretty automatic. Intent on Death is free scaling for our boy, Little Fade. Or we could get another brain transfer or another Tome of Horrors. All of these are really good, but I haven't mastered Intent on Death, so we're taking Intent on Death for mastery. Because I'm pretty confident we kill Seraph right now. Like, I am seldom this confident about anything in this game, honestly. But I think we really have this run. Looking for a room? Not that room. Wait, what room am I looking for? I don't actually have a room in mind. So I'm looking for an equipment to merge then. Oh, look. This is totally okay. It's stupid. That's so dumb. Talk about, like, egregious, unnecessary nonsense. Talk about egregious, unnecessary nonsense that we're going to do this run. Let me just take multiple bone dogs. Multiple large bone dogs. Have reanimate. I don't care. I'm going to quick slay you. Now, I think he might have silencers here. This is purified hordes. Oh, let's see. Yeah, he's got silence, but I'm still quick. All of those things I just did still work. It might be difficult for me to kill off Little Fade here, so I'm going to put Burnout on him. Well, there's a way of killing Little Fade. Actually, if I Tome of Horrors him first, this should be better. Yeah, that's a totally fair attack value. Although we put Burnout 2 on him. Does that make us lose? No, he's gonna reanimate. He's got Reanimate 10. He's gonna reanimate his way through everything for the rest of the fight. The entire fight. If anything, this just makes him do more damage to everybody. Little Fade. I don't have an Extinguish effect right now. Now I do. Little Fade, Intent on Death, Mix, Reanimates. We're not killing this Avowed Gladiator. It's very inconsiderate of Mr. Avowed Gladiator to survive for a moment. Let's see. 11 reanimates. Subsume you. Primitive Mold has a target. I guess that guy still exists. Let's see. Dogs mix potions. This is very logical. Reanimates. Spikes. Reanimates. So funnily enough, I'm going to increase his unstable and make him explode. This doesn't give him the slays, but it does make him kill the Avowed Gladiator. Subsume. Brain Transfer. Now he hits for entirely all the damage forever. And we Purifying Cleanse back up his Burnouts. So he's not eating into his Reanimates with his Burnouts anymore. I don't want to Brain Transfer here because I put Burnout on a Bone Dog. It's one of those runs where we're strong enough to misplay and win. Oh my goodness, I don't even need to play Little Fade. The man has it taken care of. We subsume something for the sake of subsuming. I am realizing that subsuming Blade, like, just like a 50 damage for 1 energy is already pretty great. Like, it doesn't need to go to boss killing levels to be a powerful card. It's plenty useful right now. Because it outs, like, at 50 damage, it kills a Chosen Assassin. That's great. It kills things through Spell Shield, too. Awesome. We don't need to play anything else. I don't need to stare at this. I'm just, like, in awe a little bit of what I just did. That was dumb. That was so dumb. I looked away and he was dead. He was dead. Let's see. Resin removal I'm less interested in than if it was like Wickless Recruitment, but I think I still take it because I'm up against Seraph. I'm up against Dominion Seraph. Hey, Reanimation Lab! Totally fair. Funnily enough, I don't play this on the bottom floor because I'm already really, really, like, set with the boiler room. The boiler room is doing great things for me that I don't want to pass up on. Intrinsic Intent on Death helps me out a lot. That guarantees a first turn ramp for Little Fade that makes him... It gets him out of his weak period immediately. Check the Merchant of Trinkets. Emot Tome is great. I don't think Fade's First Blade does very much for us. Because we're not burning out very often. Like, we don't have a lot of burnout to work with. It probably matters in the Titans fight just a little bit. Artificial Firestone actually does a little bit for us. Surgeon's Suture might do something. We are on Merchant of Magic, so Lightstone Casing can do stuff. But what? I think I have to re-roll to see meaningful effects in a lot of cases. Means we can't actually afford Lightstone Casing. Can we double stack? We can double stack Tome of Horrors. I like that. It's cool. Pretty good. -2 consume. I don't know, Purifying Cleanse. I don't want to redraw Purifying Cleanse. I don't care if the -2 doesn't matter. I just want it out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to remove the other Purifying Cleanse. It's very difficult for this card to do anything for me. Beyond that, I'll remove another Primitive Mold. We're not molding very much. We built around the fact that we don't like molding. It'd be as funny as it would be to make a third Bone Dog for no reason. I think we probably duplicate the Brain Transfer because it's probably the single strongest card in the deck. And this is the first game I've had Brain Transfer pop off. I have always known that Brain Transfer has potential, but this is the first time I've been able to really abuse it. We spread out the meat hooks again, because it's a boss, and we should be able to nearly daze lock him, which is awesome, because this dude's a jerk. He deserves it. Also means we spread out our Bone Dogs. And then we've got Intent on Death, Emot Tome, Intent on Death. Risky Op, technically speaking. Unfortunately, we can't Brain Transfer immediately. That would be adorable. Calcified Ember. I will subsume this Double-Edged Bearer, I think. Nah, if I subsume him now, I have to discard the Double-Edged Arms. I don't have a great resin removal here. Probably just subsume one of these guys and suck up the loss of Slays. Daze you more. I mean, this was already a good run. Being handed the dualism meat hook setup off of Malachus Pyre. No, Malachus Pyre didn't give me the dualism. I think I bought both of them, right? One of them might have come in. One of them had to have come to me with Malachus dualism. So I feel like there's no way I would actually pay for that twice. The trick here is if I do these brain transfers, we eat corruption, and I think that's fine, right? Or I could brain transfer somebody else. He's corrupted, so, like, I could just do this for one. Then this. I mean, I guess I do this anyway. It's a way of multiplying the damage. Do that so you die. This is a lot of brain transfers in my hand. Yeah, so we take a little bit of corruption. But we've got a lot of time to deal with it. I probably still want a boiler room here. I guess I can reanimation lab for now and then boiler room when I draw it, and it's fine. Subsume you. I guess we might as well subsume twice. I mean, that's kind of a cool trick to get that off the Emot Tome. Let's go green. Green should be the best for us almost every day of the week. I want to get rid of this. No, he'll keep the burnout, right? I don't know if he will. I'm not going to risk it. And your day's issues begin anew. Welcome to this hell that I have introduced you to. I think we tome here. Unfortunately, I can't play the second one because I still haven't pulled the crazy nonsense. Reanimate. Not a reanimate. Do I just reanimate Little Fade here? Little Fade isn't actually going to get to use these unstable stacks or these reanimates for very much. I'm just going to keep him going. We actually lose the Subsuming Blade here, because I didn't play it. Well, I mean, I say lose. Let's see. Do this. Dog makes potions. Mold. Don't have another mold target. Moving on. Twisted Assistant. Okay, there's the boiler room. We get to resin removal to deal with the corruption. And we're not going to get the corruption back. I am going to switch to the boiler room. And I am not respecting play order at all. He's got 60 health. We can't really unstable him here anymore. It's just not useful. Set that up. I don't have other resin removal targets, because nobody's getting corruption, because the boss is not attacking. As he can't, we have forbidden it. We have disallowed any and all offense by this loser. So if I brain transfer Little Fade now, it's really funny, but the test subject winds up taking damage. Which I don't actually care about because he's got reanimates, right? It does move the corruption over. We've got burnout here if I brain transfer this double-edged bearer. I think this is still fine though, because we mold back. We do this. We brain transfer again. And I can actually make any unit on my table into a big monster. You guys are surviving, aren't you? That's not okay. There you go. Now you're not. Going green. More reanimates. There are a lot of ways for us to win this. This boss is going to come into the final round, like, on days 3. It's already set to die, pretty much. This is when we play other things just to subsuming blade them. We give our other dogs potion kits, because it's hilarious. Alright, that's enough. We can just play out the rest. After I play the subsuming blades, we're fine to move on. Crunched. All right, let's see how badly we can beat up the Titans. After getting my double bone dog trigger and going up to 166 health. So our test subject in the bottom car is theoretically kind of fragile. We do have risky operation to pick them up, but we don't cycle through our deck very quickly because we've got these endless and holdover effects. Oh, yeah. Okay, he Bloodthirsty Bladed up to 100 attack. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, maybe the meat hooks don't have it so easy because we can't daze the entropy. We still start the fight doubly intent on death. And then we start mixing. We prioritize green concoctions over all else. It's very normal for Lazarus. I think I'm usually either preferring green or red. Sometimes, I mean, I like blue concoctions when I'm playing certain Orochi. Or sometimes if I'm on like a combo and I want Frostbite. Bring that in, blocking damage fully. We're gonna try and lock Savagery out of most of this game. I'm actually gonna use one of the Bone Dogs to tank. Let's see. Need to play our Pyrelights. We're never playing Curse of Entropy because we have a shitload of health. We just don't need to. Might Madman Infusion to speed up my scaling here. Doesn't matter much. It helps me draw deeper into the deck because any turn where Little Fade doesn't die is a turn where I don't have to redraw him next turn. We're aiming to win almost entirely off of the first car. Let's get the Boiler Room out. Let's see. Daze you. Let's bring in the Reanimation Lab. Twisted Assistant blocks there. Purifying Cleanse. Doesn't matter when we play it if it's on a unit that's going to die anyway. Do that, do that. Firelight. Endless Little Fade returns. I think we resin removal this floor. Actually, resin removal 2 floors. Primitive Twisted Assistant. Prioritize summoning on the Reanimation Lab floor. Get that out for you. Firelight. He's dazed, so we could play this Brain Transfer. I'm gonna do it. It ramps our damage by a lot. I don't think I'm doing any other Brain Transfers, though. I do have to watch it, because we get Corruption and some damage onto this guy now, but he should be reanimating through everything anyway. Second Bone Dog tank. See, re-up your days. Dealing 1,000 damage per turn now. He's nearly dead. close. The Bone Dog rides again. I'm just gonna have this guy on the bottom live through reanimates, but I think we're done next turn. Because we're gonna cleave through for about 1,000 damage. Yep, we got it. That's score stuff. That was a very fun run. We had so much going our way. Very happy to abuse brain transfer. Got to have our first good experiences with Subsuming Blade. We did not draw through our deck very often. The intrinsic intent on death that we got late was really helpful too. But everything about that run is just like classic Lazarus. Get test subject, win the run. Sometimes it's a little boring that Lazarus is so straightforward in that way. Like, it's almost night and day between whether you get that or don't get that. Sometimes you get that, though. You get to win a run. I mean, it's like some runs are Dante runs, and you just play Dante.